everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. I've decided I want to try mixing the Pouring Masters paints with the Eraldo paints, all metallics, just to see how they work together. I've been using a lot of the Pouring Masters pre-mixed pouring paints recently to do a lot of beautiful cheese boards, which I then resin over, and the colours are so vibrant and beautiful, especially for an ocean style pour. But I've got a lot of the Eraldo and Global and Montmartre paints here as well. So I've decided today to try mixing the Pouring Masters pouring paints with the Eraldo metallics. Now the Eraldo have been mixed with Australian Floetrol. The Pouring Masters are straight out of the bottle. So it'll be interesting to see how they do mix and work together. Sometimes you find if your metallics are a little bit thin, they sort of split and break up a bit. I haven't had that happen with the Pouring Masters. I have had it happen with other paints that I've probably put too much Floetrol in and made them too thin. So I'm just going to alternate between the two brands here as I do a little flip cup today just to experiment. This is a 20 centimetre by 20 centimetre ceramic tile, and I looked up online. You can look up, just Google it, and you can find various different websites that have how much paint you need for whatever size canvas you're doing. So for a 20 centimetre by 20 centimetre ceramic tile, I need about 100 mils. So I've got four little of these shot glasses or shot plastics that hold 30 mils. So if I did figure if I do, I'll just do three of those, so that'll be 90 mils, so that'll be close enough. So I've just cleaned my tile off with the isopropyl alcohol just to clean it, make sure there's no dust or dirt on there. And then I'm just going to pour my little cups on here, and then I'll do a bit of a spin out to get them to sort of blend together, and hopefully they will work together. So the first one, I'm just going to tell you what the colours are as I go, but I will list them in the description box below. And I'd just like to thank all of those of you who have subscribed to my channel so far for doing so. And if you haven't, if you'd like to, I'd really appreciate it. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. So without further ado, this is the Pouring Masters Ice Blue. I'm just going to pour it down the side of my little cup there. Then I'm going to use the Eraldo di Paolo Metallic Mint, which is a beautiful colour. Now my Eraldo paints are a little bit thicker than the Pouring Masters, so again that we'll get to see how that works together. This is the Pouring Masters Hawaiian Blue. Just going to load up randomly the colours. So this one's the Eraldo Metallic Cyan or Cyan, depends how you want to say it. So that's about right for that one. Now I'll just start off with the metallic cyan again. And then the Pouring Masters Royal Blue. Followed by the Eraldo Metallic Rolling Waters, which is a beautiful pale blue. That's pretty close for that one. Start the next one. I'll just use that colour again. So you can just load these however you like. Now, essentially, the last colour in will be the first colour out. So this is the Pouring Masters Aqua. But I found that it doesn't always work that way actually. Sometimes it just depends on the weight of the paints as well, how they actually land. And this is the Ice Blue again. And I want to put a little bit of white in there too. So that's the Pouring Masters Luster White Metallic Pearl. Just put a little bit on the top. Just put a little bit of that on the corners. It's just to help the paint to get to the corners. Sometimes when you're spinning out, the corners sort of are quite difficult to get to. So I'll just put a bit of white paint there. So I'm just going to do a little flip, and I'll just do them randomly around. So you've got to flip quickly. It's very hard to flip one of these. The first one, I think I'll just turn the tile over like that. Just making sure that my tile is in the middle of my turntable, because that does affect how it spins out. Whatever's in the very middle will stay still, and whatever's to the outside edges will be pushed out further and faster. So just be aware of that. I think my camera keeps on tilting down. Just try and readjust that for you. Is that a bit better? I think so. Okay, so this one I'm just going to have to flip. And another one over here. Oh, wasn't supposed to do it like that. That's a part of the comedy of it all, things that can go wrong. I think I should do a video of bloopers actually, give us all a laugh. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the cup off. The best part's always what's in the cup there. It's just lovely. Don't know if you can see that. And another one. This one, which most of it already came out. Now you can tilt this, or you can spin. What I'm going to do is just going to get a little skewer here, bamboo skewer. I'm just going to run a bit of a wrecking line through there, just to give an interesting pattern. So that when I spin out, I'll have some movement. That royal blue is lovely. I won't do too many of these. I don't want it to be too much. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a gentle spin. Hopefully I can just actually put a little bit more colour in these guys just on the corners here. A, because I don't want to waste the paint, and B, because it will help the paint to get to the corners. Surprising how much paint actually is still in there after you've done your flip. Okay. And where that bit of white is, I just want to break that up a bit. There we go. Okay, so gentle spin. So that's the Aqua there. There's a lot of that. Now to get this over, I'll just tilt slightly. Just don't want to get too much of this coming down with everything else. So I will just fill that in with a bit of some other paint. It'll be fine. And blend in. And one last little spin. now I'm just going to hit it with the heat embossing tool, and what it will do is it'll help to bring up any cells as well as get rid of any of these little bubbles I can see. Now this is pretty boring over this side here. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's definitely the Aqua. So what you can do is you can add a little bit of another colour just by running a bit through, run a skewer through it, just blend it in. You can get some really pretty patterns by doing that. I'll just do a little bit up here as well. This is the ice blue. And I'll just run a bit more of a skewer through a couple of little spots like here. I just like the look of wrecking lines. Some people prefer without, but I just love that look, so that's why I'm going to do a few. You just put them wherever you like. Wherever you think it looks a bit bland, you might want to just draw a line through. It's just a bamboo skewer and I just use the flat end. Loving that little bit there. See where the white is down here. I don't like that little bit, so I'll just run the skewer through that. And suddenly you've got a lovely little shape there. Quite like this area here. Just another one through here, I think. All right, just another gentle spin. I'm going to get covered in paint, so just wipe some of this off the edges. My turntable's so low to the table that I can't really scrape the paint off easily. So I'll just wipe a bit off there. And now, just another spin. Not too much. Okay, so now I've just spun that out. What I'd like to do is just create a few little waves, because this is sort of an ocean look, like a very agitated ocean, isn't it, with all the different colours. So to do that, I just use the Pouring Masters Luster White Metallic Pearl. I just put it onto a little bit of a playing card that I've cut up. Just put it on there, and then I'm just going to swipe that through. Oops, swipe that through. It's already dropping everywhere. Just to create some foamy ocean. Try not to put so much on this time. And I think we need to do some over here, break this up a bit. And you can see it sells up straight away. It just gives that sort of ocean foam look. I think we need to do one up there too. I don't want to do too many. Just to have a bit of the foaming ocean. Sorry, I've got putting that on out of view there. So just a little bit onto the card. And I'm just going to bring it through here. So just turn the card over and then just gently swipe over the paint. And that will create those cells beautifully. I find that really does create a nice sort of foaming water effect. little bit through there. That'll be the last bit. So here I go again. Shouldn't be doing this over the top of my painting, but I'm just doing it so you can see. And then just down here, just gently over there. Okay. And a tiny spin. Just to spread that out a little bit. And there we have a lovely ocean effect trivet that we can match up with our cheese board. Okay, I'll bring you down for a close-up. So here we are coming down for the close-up. I've got the torch on so that hopefully you can see the beautiful shimmer of the paints there. As I say, I've used all metallics, and you can see where I've used the luster pearl white here. Sorry, the luster white metallic pearl, and I just swiped it on, that it's made beautiful little cells and lacing there. And so I do like to use that for that very reason when I'm doing any of the ocean pours, just to give that foaming water effect. And it is very effective in creating that look. So I think this will be lovely once it's got a coat of resin. And also I always put a little bit of shimmer in there with a bit of the dragonfly glaze shimmer, or I use a bit of glitter, very fine glitter though. I don't like to use rough glitter, I like to use very fine glitter when I do my resining. So there you have it. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Now when I pick that up, I shall make sure my edges are all covered, and also that I scrape any excess paint from underneath the tile, just to stop the paint from continuing to drip off. If you leave your drips running off the sides, they will continue to draw the paint off, which of course you don't want. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you back here in Studio 33 in the not too distant future.